Magic and miracles in health. Miracles are not contrary to nature, but only contrary to what we know about nature. Saint Augustine, theologian and Catholic bishop. We should feel healthy, energized, and full of happiness most of the time because that is how it feels to have our birthright of full health. The reality, however, is that a lot of people don't feel this way very often, if ever. Many people are dealing with illnesses, problems with the functioning of their body, or suffering from bouts of depression and other mental health problems, which are all states of less than full health. And this again, she writes, almost 3.25 decades back. Now it is worse, right? Gratitude is one of the fastest ways I know to magically begin experiencing the full state of health you are meant to have in your body and mind. The UNO has defined health, good health, as also a healthy mind, not only a healthy body. So here she's talking 3.5 decades back about gratitude being one of the fastest ways she knows to magically begin experiencing the full state of health you are meant to have in your body and your mind. All the miracles of healing we can see happen are simply the result of full health being restored instantly in the human body, where before there was less than full and perfect health. तो पहले जहां भी फुल हेल्थ नहीं थी, जहां पे परफेक्ट हेल्थ नहीं थी, वो सब miracles हो रहे हैं, miracles of healing, which we will see happening simply by writing gratitude, she says. If you don't think gratitude creates miracles in your health and body, then read some of the thousands of miracle stories on The Secret website, which is the first book she authored, The Secret. Gratitude's magical power increases the natural flow of health to the mind and body and can assist the body in healing more quickly, as countless studies have shown. The magical power of gratitude also works hand in hand with good bodily care, nutrition, and any medical assistance you might have chosen to follow. Again, the magical power of gratitude works hand in hand with good bodily care, with the correct nutrition, and any medical assistance you might have chosen to follow. It is written in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Atha asane dridavasha yogi hitmitasanam guru upadesha margenam pranayam asana bhayaseta. Having done the correct postures, there are 84 lakh postures, 84 lakh asan. So having done the asanas, the ones which are best to reverse any health concern, out of those 84 lakhs, whether they are 8 asanas, whether they are 80 asanas, whether there is more holding, whatever. Vasha is to bring into control. Hita means having benefited. Mita means the correct diet. Hita mitasanam. Guru Upadesha Margenam, on the Upadesh, on the preachings, on the teachings of our gurus, on that Margenam, on that path. Pranayam, Asana, Bhayaseta. The breath work, etc., follows after having done asanas. Then here, this yoga is not only about asanas and breath work and mudras. It is a yoga of complete magical healing. So it says here, explains, so similar is this, that that the magical power of gratitude also works hand in hand with good bodily care, nutrition, assistance, whichever it may be, of an alternative therapy that you might have chosen to follow. When there is some kind of sickness or condition in your body, it is understandable that you may have negative feelings about it. like worry, frustration, or fear. But having negative feelings about sickness does not restore our health. In fact, it has the opposite effect. It reduces health even more. Haven't we heard so many times that his resilience, he's such a strong person. He went through the surgery so well. He recovered so beautifully because he was so positive, so grateful. And the recovery happens absolutely like exponentially, expedited. And there are those who are so negative. I'm going to die, I'm this, I'm that, things, negative words non-stop used, whether in the hospital or the operation theater or the with the family or whatever, or just silently in every moment bringing their life to an end because of their pessimism will obviously both affect every cell, organ, ligament, tendon in the body. Just yesterday, I heard the same sentence of someone who had been through a bypass surgery. And everyone around said, "Oh, he will recover so fast because he's such a strong person, such a positive person, such a grateful person, such a optimistic person." So we hear this all the time, right? Whereas there are so many others who say, I just heard about 3 weeks back, someone saying, "No, but she has lost all interest. My mother has lost all interest in living. She's in depression, she doesn't want to." And that brings one down even more and more. And the quickest shift we can bring, the quickest one in that person is gratitude, writing of gratitude, she says. When there is some kind of sickness or condition in your body, it is understandable that you may have negative feelings about it. It is understandable. How sweet of her to write that. Like worry, frustration, or fear. Who doesn't? Everyone has those. But having negative feelings about sickness will not restore our health. In fact, she says it has the opposite effect. It reduces health even more. To increase your health, you need to replace the negative feelings with good feelings, and gratitude is the easiest way to do it. How many times we do know in the mornings peak state, faster, 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 faster. How we go, one kapalbhati, one bhastrika, what is it? Because mornings are the times when we sometimes feel, oh, there is so much burden on me, or life is not worth living, or there's never that constant regular practice of waking up in the morning with gratitude and saying, "Yay, another beautiful day. Yay, I'm alive. Yay, I look beautiful." No, there may be times when we may not be feeling the peak state that morning. And hence, we do this in breath work so often, where we say, "Faster, faster, faster." So we jog in the same place. All right, let's do it. Quick, 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 quick. Fast, 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 fast. Let's run, let's jog. And we do our kapal bhatis or bhastrikas or whatever. That is to come into that positive, that peak, PEAK, peak state. So here she says having negative feelings about sickness will not restore our health. In fact, opposite will happen. It reduces health even more. To increase your health, you need to replace the negative feelings with good feelings. And she says that gratitude is the easiest way to do it. सबसे आसान है शुक्रिया, शुक्राना, thank you, counting our blessings. Many people also have critical thoughts and feelings of dissatisfaction about their physical appearance. They're not happy with the height, they're not happy with the color, they're not happy with the skin tone. So many feel that way, right? That my physical appearance, in some way, either I'm overweight or underweight or whatever, I have pigmentation. Unfortunately, those thoughts and feelings also reduce the magical flow of good health. When there's something you don't like about your body, you are not being grateful to your body. Hence, if someone ever gives you a compliment, take it with open arms like this. This is how we take compliments in our classes, in our retreats. We take compliments this way, and this is how in retreats. So here she says it is really unfortunate that some of us have a bit of a dissatisfaction about our physical appearances. We're not allowed to have that. Unfortunately, those thoughts and feelings will reduce the magical flow of good health. When there's something you don't like about your body, you're not being grateful to your body. So many times we even vent it out to others saying, oh, but I don't like this about myself. Oh, but मैं तो बहुत short हूँ. Oh, but I'm too tall, so I can't wear. I remember when I was younger, I kept on saying, I'm too, when people would compliment me about my height, 5 feet, 8 inches, whatever, 62 kilos at that time, now 70 kilos, I would say, no, Baba, I don't like so much height. I can't wear heels. When you wear heels and walk, it looks so superb, which means I was never grateful. And from that day till today, I feel so many times in between. I used to do so much matchmaking and everything. I said, height तो इतनी है. अरे height को क्या करना है? All you have to do is just whatever the physical appearance, whatever it may be. It is that moment of pride, that moment of beauty. It's so lovely. Think about that. By the law of attraction, complaints about your body bring more problems to complain about. Powerful sentence again. And so, complaining about your body or appearance puts your very health at risk. This much, this only this one sentence is entire synopsis of the book You Can Heal Your Life. Okay, this one sentence and this chapter by Louis Hay. You can heal your life. कैसे बोल देते हैं हम, and how the universe grasps it. Universe is here to give us abundance just like sunlight and oxygen. And so it is ready saying, oops, wrong number. Universe will say, मैं तो यहाँ देने आया था, अब ले लो, क्योंकि ये तो ungrateful है, ये तो complain कर रही है. Whoever does not, the same sentence is repeated in every chapter, the very first chapter sentence, because every chapter is about a topic. So in the bracket, she puts the topic. Whoever does not have gratitude for their health and their body, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Whoever has gratitude for their health and their body will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance of health to their body. You may be sick or unwell now. Possible, she says. Or even in a lot of pain. Possible. But if you are reading these words, you are continuing to receive the gift of health. Wow. She says, if you, and we are reading it with our entire tribe. So the gift of health or the gift of gratitude, chapter by chapter, is not adding, it's multiplying. Guruji Goenka ji used to say this to us, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. was question answer time in Vipassana when I first went to Igatpuri at the age of 22 years. And that was the time when we could break our mount, the 11-day mount, to ask him if there was any question. Otherwise, it is 11-day silence. And he would just repeatedly say one thing, that here in this hall, in this room, like a huge meditation hall, what you are doing is multiplying the benefits of the meditation you are doing. You're not adding them, which we had done in Dawn Drawn, if you all remember, when we did the 4 a.m. meditation. How special was that cosmic meditation? How special. So here what she's saying is, you may be sick or unwell now, or even in a lot of pain, but if you're reading these words, you're continuing to receive the good gift of good health of yourself, multiplied by your tribe, the number of people you are doing this reading with. Not added, multiplied. It can be very difficult to access feelings of gratitude when you are sick or in pain. But even the smallest bit of gratitude helps increase the magical flow of health to the body. Whenever, because I'm in the health space and because I'm in the mentoring and healing space, whenever I'm doing my one-to-ones and they show me the report, they say मेरा मेरा ये SGPT ये है देखिए बीजल जी मेरा what is it triglycerides ये है मेरा blood sugar ये आया, and I say that only three things are not in the column. There are 7 to 8 to 9 pages of the report. Are we looking at those? On a whole wall or a chart of white, are we looking at that black dot or the rest of the chart of white? उसके लिए तो मैं हूं आपको हेल्प करने को. But are you looking at that? Why are you worried about those three things? So easy to reverse them with yoga, with asanas, with therapy, with comprehensive therapy, with breath work, with gratitude, with hoponopono. So asan, right? Are you looking at those three or are you looking at the rest of the 88% to 95% that has come normal, in normal range? Smallest bit of gratitude, she's saying, helps increase the magical flow of health to the body. Today's practice, Magic and Miracles in Health, is designed to dramatically increase your health and happiness. And if you're going to take a triple prolonged approach, and we are going to take a pronged approach to accelerate the results. So three prongs means past, present, and future is what she's talking about. Teen prongs approach to accelerate, to expedite the results. Step 1, health you've received in the past. Think about the great health you have received throughout your childhood, adolescence, and adult life. Think about the times when you felt full of energy and you were very happy. Close your eyes while I read and think. Recollect 3 separate times in your mind when you felt on top of the world. Say the magic words thank you and feel sincere gratitude for those times. If you think back to the big moments in your life, you will be able to recollect 3 separate times very easily. Times when you were I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can have is the word. What is it? मैं तो इतना गाती थी, छोटी थी तब, कॉलेज में था तब. That I found ever since you've been around. Your world puts me at the top of the world. Top of the world feeling. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. And the leaves on the trees and the stir in the breeze, there's a pleasant sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day's through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love. This is all about health. So, talking to health is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. She says, top of the world feeling. Then she talks about the second step, health you're continuing to receive, the present, currently in good health. Think about the health you're continuing to receive today and feel grateful. And it's not only you feeling grateful. You are feeling grateful in an entire tribe together. Each one is grateful for you. You're grateful for them. Your health is grateful to you. You're grateful for the health. So every organ, every system, and physical, all our senses that are currently working well in our body. When we do these gratitude, these ho'oponoponos, these yoga nidras, where we start from the skeletal system till the fascia, when we start from the endocrine system, respiratory system, everything is working so magically. छोटी सी अगर concern आ जाए, which I am listening every day, right? Almost every day. मेरा ये ठीक नहीं, मेरा वो ठीक नहीं. It can be after one call, after this beautiful call also. It can be after this amazing session also. That I get a message saying I'm not well, I'm not sleeping well, I'm feeling too drained, too much depression, acidity, gas, flatulence, excessive airfall, indigestion. स्ट्रेस डिप्रेशन तो जैसे हैबिट ही हो गई है. मतलब इट्स बिकम लाइक अ गिवन. क्या है भाई? इफ वी राइट ग्रैटिट्यूड, हाउ कैन वी बी? इफ वी आर ग्रेटफुल, वी कैन नेवर बी कंप्लेनिंग, एंड इफ वी आर नेवर कंप्लेनिंग, we can never be depressed. We have legs. In the beginning of the chapter, she says, no, wow, we have legs. She writes wow for that. She writes wow for we have a pair of shoes, Rhonda Byrne. Remember? So much to be grateful for. There are so many who don't have legs. We have arms. Here she's writing it. I'm just reading what is written here. Eyes, ears, liver. Wow, we have liver. My very dear friend has given half her liver to her husband. What a surgery it was, and they both grew back to size. And there is so much she has grateful for when she had absolutely so minimalistic. And today also she is on top of the world, saying, I'm so grateful to him. Bas barkat, barkat, non-stop. This friend. And when her husband, when I was just making him get up from the floor, he was sitting after a satsang. He said, how can I not be grateful to my wife? And he lifted his shirt and said, this is the cut where I received her liver. And then he showed me, because that day she was wearing her sari since she was in a satsang. And this is the cut she got when she gave me half her liver. Oh my God. And both smiling, grateful. They are living in the Middle East. Bolo. Moms giving kidneys to their daughters. 2 cases. One giving to her dad. So many cases we have heard. We have a brain to be grateful for, the heart. But silly we are, such goons we are. We've never been grateful. इतना तो gratitude. बीजल ने इतने सारे जबरू एग्जाम्पल्स दे दिए आज, इसलिए चलो ग्रेटफुल हो जाते हैं. सच में कितने सारे सॉलिड एग्जाम्पल दिए मैंने. सच में. Choose 5 functions of your body. Don't we do this in breathwork in the morning? So often we do it in the end, right? Functions means functions. Who does? Systems do. So the skeletal system does the function. Endocrine system does a function of secretions. The respiratory system does the function of inhaling and exhaling. The circulatory system does the function of circulating. The reproductive system does the function of reproduction. The excretory system does the function of sweating, of pooping, of doing susu. Excretory system. These are functions. Functions comes from systems. एक इतने में बुक भर जाएगी ना gratitude की. Choose 5 functions of your body that are well. 5. 2.25 करोड़ रोग per cell, they say. Per pore. And she's just telling us only 5 things at least to write down. Choose which are well. And one by one mentally say the magic words thank you. Here she's talking about saying for each one. Currently. Step 3, health you want to receive in the future. Okay, so past, present, future. You're going to choose one thing you want to improve about your body for today's magical practice. But you're going to use gratitude's magical power for it in a very particular way. Think about the ideal state of what you want to improve. Simple, right? You want to lose weight, you want to become 36, 24, 36, or you want to become fairer. What do you want to improve? Or you want your blood pressure to come back to normal, or you want depression or stress or suicidal feeling to go. Dark circles, recently, a lot of dark circles, everyone is telling me, for how do I reverse them? You want to reverse the dark circles around the eyes. Think about the ideal state of what you want to improve. When you give thanks for the ideal state of anything, you have put into motion, shuru ho gaya, to receive back that ideal state. Okay? Very often, when a person is diagnosed with an illness or disease of some kind, they will not only talk about it a lot. Yeah, dangerous, very dangerous to talk about it a lot. And I always tell my students, आपने एक बार कहा, मैंने सुन लिया. Don't repeat it so many times. It is noted. If you come and raid my phone, my every student's name, the city they live in, and the intended outcome, which means their health concern, is here. That is the way, those are my values, those are my principles, that's the way I serve. So there is never a need to repeat, ever. So she is saying over here that don't talk about it too much. But they will research the disease, gathering more and more and more and more information. Has any information that we gathered from Google or ye ya wo ya chat GPT ever given good news about an illness? Put any word. It won't give good news, right? It will give you those scary words again, which will get you more into depression when you're looking it up for someone, a loved one, or ourselves, right? Regardless of what it is, fine, accept the situation, but then jump into positivity. We have a comprehensive therapy for everything. We have the magic of gratitude. So she says, in other words, let's read this again. Very often, a person is diagnosed with an illness or disease. Like Louis Hay, when she got diagnosed with cancer, she lived up to some 92 or 96 or something, right? And she writes how beautifully she overcame it and how she got into it. And in that, she covers everything, her thoughts about prosperity, her thoughts about everything, and how each thought goes and brings about an illness in us. What guilt brings, what jealousy brings. So, here, so simple, illness or disease someone got diagnosed with, don't talk about it. Don't research it too much. Don't gather too much information about its possible worsening symptoms and dreaded outcomes. Yeah, one of us knows how many opinions someone is taking currently from all over the world. Itna kuch nahi karna hai, because every doctor in UK, in United States will give different opinions, right? In other words, they give their entire focus to the disease. However, the law of attraction says that we can't make a problem go away by focusing on it, because focusing on the problem can only make the problem worse. Instead, we should do the exact opposite and focus on the ideal, she's written that in italics, state of the area of our body that is unwell, and give our thoughts and feelings to that. Yesterday, when I was healing him, non-stop, I said, you're going to become okay, you're becoming okay, you are okay. You want to measure it now, the before and the after? You want to do it right away? You want to see the difference in 1.5 hours? Literally like that. Even, you remember I used to announce about this Shastri ji, one astrologer used to come once a year to my house and stay, whether the earlier home, this, and I would say that, array, that matchmaking and kundli and all this is phenomenal. He had this positive thing about, give me 5 minutes, I'm making you okay. What would he do? You think he would go under a tree or do some havan or something? No. He just changed our mindset. 5 મિનિટમાં ઠીક કરી દઉં છું. Mindset. હમણાં તમે થેન્ક યુ બોલો ને, સારું થઈ જશે. Like that. 5 મિનિટ में ठीक कर देता हूँ. Gratitude for the ideal state. What you want. My blood pressure is normal. My blood pressure is, first of all, what is a normal state? Things which are checked on rats or rabbits or monkeys or things are not a perfect state, right? It is always a different threshold or borderline. In Scandinavia, it's a different threshold for blood pressure and blood sugar. In the United States, it's a different threshold. And yet, in Japan, it's a different threshold. So many countries have 150/90 as a normal BP. And here, every time you go to measure it, if it comes to 5 counts more than the previous, the med goes a little higher and they say BP tablets have to be taken for life. To have a threshold and to keep increasing our medicines. We are our own Param Gurus. Gratitude for the ideal. Blood sugar, ideal. Blood pressure, ideal. Secretions of the endocrine system, thyroid, ideal. Panic attacks, depression, ideal. What is an ideal state? Those medicines that they gave were not checked on human beings. I'm a pharmacist's daughter. I used to see in the pharmaceutical company tests being done by injections given in the eyes, in the anus, on the skin of rats, rabbits, and monkeys. And they would shed hair and all to find out the diagnosis. उन सब की रावी हम पे पड़ेगी कर्मा की. जितनी मेडिसिन हम लेंगे उतने सिन में हम भी आएंगे. उन सबको जितनी मेडिसिन लेते हैं तब पहले तो उन सब एनिमल्स को ग्रैटिट्यूड कहना है. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. इट्स बिकॉज of the tests on you that you gave the go ahead to the company and the pharmacists to be available on the shelf for me and for the doctor to prescribe it. बोलो, ऊंची बात है ना. उफ, मेरे रुए खड़े हो गए. Really, I'm getting goosebumps. Ideal state. In one fell swoop means suddenly. This is a Shakespearean word, okay? One fell swoop. Gratitude for the ideal state of any part of our body powerfully uses our thoughts and feelings together, so we magnetize it to us in one fell swoop. Because of the gratitude, at one go ho jata hai. Okay, it's a phrase of, I think it's Shakespearean. Spend 1 minute in visualizing a scene of yourself with the ideal state of your body that you want. And as you see your body in your mind, the way you want it to be grateful for it is as though, be grateful for it as though you have received it. So, if you want to magically restore health to your kidneys, be grateful for strong and healthy kidneys that filter and sift out all the waste products from your body. If you want to magically restore health to your blood, be grateful for pure and healthy blood that flows oxygen and nutrients to all parts of your body. If you want to magically restore health to your heart, give thanks for a strong and healthy heart that maintains the well-being of every organ in your body. Heart ko thank you bol diya to sab, it is maintaining the well-being of every organ in the body. So we are even saying gratitude to every organ, she's saying. If you want to magically improve your eyesight, then give thanks for excellent vision. If you want to improve your hearing, then give thanks for perfect hearing. If you want more flexibility, ओ मेरा बॉडी तो बहुत स्टिफ है, आपकी योगा क्लास में आप पावर योगा करते हो. ओ मेरा बॉडी तो बहुत स्टिफ है, मैं नीचे नहीं बैठ सकती. सब कुछ है. I used to tell them when I was teaching physical offline. There are benches, there are chairs, do chair yoga, do anything. Don't come up with excuses. If you want flexibility, just write gratitude for perfectly supple and agile body. My own example, when I started teaching 22 years back, the yoga teacher, young lad of 25 years, Gaurav sir, he just removed a slip and said Malabar Hill Club में और ये दो प्राइवेट जगह क्लासेस में आपकी ज़रूर अरे टीचर चाहिए. आपने इतने सारे टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस किए हैं तो आप करो. आई हैव टोल्ड यू ऑल अबाउट दिस. एंड आई सेड नहीं मैं तो पद्मासन भी नहीं लगा सकती. So he said, when you sit in front of those 30, 40 people, Padmasan lag jayega. And that's exactly what happened. And I was oozing with gratitude at that time. First, think about the ideal weight that you want to be. Then imagine yourself at that ideal weight and give thanks for it as though you have received it now. Khatam, kitna asan. Whatever it is for you, whatever it is that you want to improve, first imagine yourself with that ideal state. And then be grateful for the ideal state as though you have received it right now. Natural forces within us are the true healers of disease, says Hippocrates, circa 460 to circa 370 BC, father of Western medicine. Now, he's the father of Western medicine. And he is only writing that natural forces within us are the true healers of the disease. तो फिर भाई आपकी दवाइयाँ क्या कर रही है वेस्टर्न मेडिसिन? You can follow the magic and miracles in health practice every day if you need to. And you can do it multiple times in a day if you really want to accelerate. Accelerate तो है ही सभी जगह पे उनका. Everywhere. Step on it, they say, no? Step on the accelerator. If you want to accelerate the magical restoration of full health or the improvement of an aspect of your body, but it is vital that whenever you have a negative thought or feeling about the current state of your body or health, that you replace it. It is vital that you replace it. Okay? It is vital that whenever you have a negative thought or feeling about the current state of your body or health, that you replace it immediately by visualizing yourself with the ideal state you want and by being truly grateful as though you have already received it. The most effective way to guarantee health, other than taking good care of yourself physically, is to continue to be grateful for your health. Yeah, so first, before we go to the assignment, which we will do together only, let us just write one sentence on past, present, and future. Okay, let's do this together. Step one. Okay, think about the great health you have received throughout your childhood, adolescence, and adult life. Think about the times when you felt full and energy and on top of the world. And just say the magic words thank you. If you wish to write, even better. I feel writing जैसा तो कुछ भी नहीं. Nothing like writing. Rhonda Byrne is going easy on us, but we don't deserve to get for her to get that easy on us. So we can just write thank you, shukriya, or was blessed in my childhood. End it with in my childhood, okay? Easy to recollect? Three, huh? Not one. You can write one and think of the other two. For future, she says you have to write a normalcy, huh? Healed. Like, thank you for my blood sugar reaching whatever is your target. Or thank you for my blood pressure being 120 by 80. Us tarah. Yeah, leave a little space if you want. Magic practice number 16. Miracle, magic and miracles in health. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. All in health, okay? Past, present, or future, whatever. Reread your list. Why you are grateful. And at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. So let's write 10 blessings for health. Grateful for. Yeah, leave some space because we want 10 sentences. Huh. Now, recollect 3 separate times throughout your life when you felt on top of the world and give sincere thanks for those times. And this top of the world, because we are doing a chapter on the magic and miracles of health, it has to be about health. Because not being on top of the world means depression, opposite of health. So, this is about being on top of the world any 3 times. Yeah, when the health was in peak state. You know, I'll give you examples. Give me a thumbs up. Let me see all. I'll give you 3 examples for this on top of the world is not easy. I'll give you my examples. Yeah, can you all hear me and see me clearly? So there were these 3 times for health I felt on top of the world. One, when I did skydiving in New Zealand. Okay, skydiving, 1.5 minutes free fall from 15,000 feet from the plane. Okay, my younger son and I. My husband couldn't gather that. And I felt very fit. I felt like a bird to skydive 15,000 feet from a plane when the door of the plane opens and the parachute opens after a minute and a half is a place where you feel on top of the world physically also and because of good health also. Okay. The second time again, I felt again, this is all about these kind of sports only, right? The second time I felt on top of the world was when I was doing bungee jumping because I felt, wow, I have an amazing back. You get it? The third time was also a similar thing when in Interlaken or Zurich somewhere they took us on top of the mountain and they made us do paragliding because I felt, oh wow, at this age, whatever it must have been, that must have been about 12 years back. Okay. And you were watching the entire, and you feel, wow, you're healthy, you're fit enough. There's so many people who back out. So, what she means over here by 3 times when you feel throughout, or you're doing a marathon. There's so many marathons, 2, 3 big marathons in January, and you feel on top of the world because you're in peak state and you're running those 7 kilometers or 3 kilometers or 1 kilometer or whatever. That's what she means here. Okay. Think about 5 functions of your body. I gave too many examples in that, so I'm just going to read that. When we were reading, I gave you lots of examples. Okay. Functions, go straight away to systems. Simple. Make it easy for yourselves. Okay. One by one, give thanks to each one. Choose one thing about your body or health you want to improve. And spend 1 minute visualizing yourself with that ideal state of your body or health. Then give thanks for this ideal state just before you go to sleep tonight. The magic rock, how many of you are doing it? In one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Like, it's so obvious what I'm going to say thank you for today, right? ठीक है? लिखते रहो. Keep writing. You all are seeing how much I'm enjoying doing this. Thank you for being a part of my this journey. Thank you. Bye, all.